guys, so a couple of years ago I did do like a top 10 list for Doctor Who episodes. The reason why I didn't film it and release it is because there's like 1,000 other people on YouTube who are more passionate about Doctor Who more than me. So I decided to focus on something else, most likely Power Rangers. But today I haven't really got any else planned, so I went back through my notes, updated it and decided to do this video. I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. I've been a fan since like the first series, and I did do like a top 5 classic series about 5 years ago with a friend. I would like to go back and do that again, but since I haven't got anything else planned, I decided to like go back. It was a lot of fun, so do my top 10 Doctor Who episodes, modern day era. And number 10 is a story that deserves more credit, and that's The Good Man Goes to War. Now this was the first time Doctor Who was going for like the mid-season finale format, and it worked perfectly for this series. And it felt like after this the show really dips in quality, but this is just such an underrated story. I mean, it has Matt Smith's, in my opinion, his best performance. The music is just on point. The episode just shows you the Doctor's destructive power and what he's capable of. It has a compelling script with great characters that we do visit again. I think they do get like their own big finish, but the emotions are just perfectly balanced with comedy with effective drama. And number 9 is Turn Left. Now I was just so indulged how dark the story was. It went for the butterfly effect with Donna Noble. Not only does the story show you how important she was to the Doctor, but how important she was for the universe. I mean, we revisit past stories set on Earth and it takes a dark turn for humanity. Everything from a hospital full with people being suffocated, London getting destroyed, the southern England flooded with radiation, non-English people forced to work in concentration camps. It shows you why Don Noble is one of the best companions of the show, and it's a perfect setup to the finale. And number 8 is The Waters of Mars. Now if this was Tennant's last story, it would have been very parallel to the Caves around Azani, but this was David Tennant's absolute best performance. It has a well-developed and likeable side cast. The villains of this, known as the Flood, are just terrifying, but the Doctor lands at this fixed point in time and he knows he can't save these people because his morals as a Time Lord. But then he realizes, hey, there's no Time Lords anymore, I can do whatever I want, and he starts playing God. And Adeline has the guts to commit suicide to correct time and prove a point to the Doctor. And number 7 is the two-parter, The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. Now Stephen Moffat made Doctor Who scary with a dark atmosphere, a mature script, gorgeous production in World War II. Christopher Eccleston is his absolute best. It introduces one of the best companions ever, Captain Jack Harkness, and he gave us one of the best villains, a child with a gas mask. At number 6, it's Vincent and the Doctor. Now Richard Curtis should come back for another story because he uses time travel to its full potential. He makes people move on an emotional level. He makes people aware of history that we weren't aware of before. I mean, Tony Curran as Vincent van Gogh is incredible. He's one of the reasons why I love this story, but it gave us a dark and realistic portrayal of how the world saw mental illness. And number 5 is Heaven Sent. Now this is Peter Capaldi's best performance. It shows you why Peter Capaldi is the best actor to play Doctor Who. I mean, he carries this episode all by himself. This is the best Stephen Moffat story in like 2 years. It's cleverly written with the Doctor on the run from this creepy fowl in this castle, and it's never ending. He's in this puzzle box and you have no idea what's going on, and seeing the Doctor in this loop of mental and physical pain, but at the end he's on Gallifrey. It's so rewarding. And number 4 is the finale, Bad Wolf and Parting of the Ways. Now I guess you could say the first part is kind of out of date because those game shows have discontinued at least 10 years ago. I don't know about Big Brother, but this was such a perfect end to Eccleston's run as the Doctor. It took all the recurring themes and gave us this satisfying payoff. The Daleks are just scary, they're ruthless. I mean, the Dalek Emperor is the best we've seen in terms of Dalek superiority, but Eccleston carries these episodes, and it's arguably my favourite regeneration story, modern day and classic day. It's my favourite finale, the Pandorica opens and the Big Bang. Now it took everything I loved about Series 5, where it's characters, villains, cracks in times and much more, and gave us this epic conflict. That scene when the villains are dragging the Doctor to the Pandorica because they believe they're saving the universe from him, it's just so compelling. But the second part is more of a character piece to a companion that we all grown to love, and it's very deep and personal. And that speech with the Doctor Can't Make You Think You're Hard Enough is my favourite 11th Doctor moment. And number 2 is a story that deserves much more love, and that's The Girl in the Fireplace. It is so complex and full of mystery. I mean, seeing the Doctor connect with someone on an emotional level other than Rose was a nice change for the show. But Sophie Mars as Madame de Pompadour is absolutely amazing, and the clockwork androids aren't that scary, but they were so creepy of how they used human parts to run a ship. And The Girl in the Fireplace at its core is a fairy tale about love across space and time. So my favourite story from the modern day era is Day of the Doctor. I know it's such an obvious choice, but I just love the story. I remember booking my tickets like a month before and watching it on the big screen with a bunch of Doctor Who fans. Casual or hardcore, it was one of the best movie experiences of my life. But yes, it has issues, but Stephen Moffat had like one of the most difficult jobs ever with limited resources, and it paid off though, because I just love the story. Seeing the Time War in person and how it's played out, it's just great, and watching all these Doctors come together and trying to save Gallifrey, it's just beautiful. And seeing Tom Baker again towards the end, it's just so nostalgic to me, and I love Day of the Doctor. I could talk about it all day. I mean, I didn't want to include this because I felt like it was just an obvious choice, and I guess you could say this is a classic and a modern day era because it connects the bridge between classic day and modern day. But I think it's my favourite modern day. I mean, it's written by Stephen Moffat, of course, and I do think he is the best writer. I mean, he did have some problems towards the end, but yeah, I just love Day of the Doctor. It was just a perfect celebration. I mean, there are stuff they could improve on. I mean, they could have got Eccleston, but I do love John Hurt as the War Doctor. But yeah, I love Day of the Doctor. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, share and subscribe. Let me know if you have a top 10 Doctor Who episodes, whether it's classic or modern day era or both. Put it down below. I'd really like to see it. But go check out my Facebook, my Twitter and my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I've got your back.